of Gather Together, Grow Together. And we provide transportation, affordable transportation. All right, all right, all right. How's everyone doing? Let me hit the horn. Is that the horn? That's not the horn. What's going on with this thing? Hit the horn. There we go. That's the horn. How y'all doing? It is Friday. It is 56 degrees. It's rainy outside. Horrible. Oh. All right, it's horrible out there, but it is not super hot, so we'll take it. It is not the East Coast where we're dealing with all that smoke and overcastness, so we'll take that too. Hopefully, you are all doing well. I know that I am, as always, blessed and highly favored. Getting this thing all set up for you today. We got a good show for you. Before tonight's show, 7 p.m., you already know what time it is. It is the Solutionary at 7 p.m. on Fridays, so stay tuned for that. If you have not watched the Solutionary, you're going to want to tune in. Tell women to tune in because it's definitely a show by women for women. Definitely a powerful conversation. Again, that is 7 p.m. on Friday evenings, and our host will be here shortly. Anyhow, like I said, we've got a special show for you tonight because I need to do this a little bit more often. Crazy busy right now. It is the month of June, and so many things are set up. But, got to make some time regardless. Want to bring to your attention June 16th is the resource fair. You're not going to want to miss that. It is at the Marvin Williams Center, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. So come on down. Be a lot of good people, a lot of good resources there. So you're not going to want to miss that. And then, of course, next Saturday is Juneteenth. Hit the horn for that. Oh, my goodness. That should be a lot of fun. Great food, great people, and an all-out good time. I believe this is year 21. This is the second year that it is recognized as a federal holiday. So you're going to want to come down and check that out also for sure. And as soon as my mouse gets to doing what it's supposed to do, we're going to do our thing. I've got an unboxing for you. Man, I've been so behind on getting stuff unboxed. It is piling up. Matter of fact, some things I've had to open up and just use as well. I got to use it, right? I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. All right. As you can see from the title, okay, we're sounding pretty good there. Wanted to share with you a little bit of information that I think y'all need to know about. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And let's see. There's no real good way for me to do this. So the only thing I can do is just do it the way that I originally had intended, hopefully. Let's see if that works that way. It may or may not. Let us see. How's everyone doing this Friday? Are you enjoying the fact that it's about 20 or 30 degrees cooler, 20 degrees, 30 degrees cooler, and a little bit of rain? Are you feeling like, oh no, we need the heat? I'm ready for the heat. Bring it on. Me, I'm like, I enjoy the fact that it is not as hot as it normally is. I'm not a big fan of the heat. I'm not a super big fan of the cold either, but I do appreciate the drop in weather. Oh, let's see. All right. So, what I was looking at the other day allowed me to, I'll start it this way. So, what's kind of cool is, I'll start with this one. There's no real great, great one to start on. So, every day, you've got, for those of us that use Facebook, you will get a notification on this happened this day 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, depending on how long you've been uploading stuff onto Facebook. And, uh, you know, I always kind of look at them, right? And looking at them, I ended up seeing some, you kind of go down memory lane and you look up and it's like, oh man, you lost 30 minutes or maybe you even lost a little bit more time. I was like, okay, uh, I should share this stuff out, especially since we turned 5, and this is a significant year, a milestone, right? And we haven't really done much in the way of celebrating year 5. It's like, oh, you celebrate your first year, you celebrate your 5th year, 10th year, things like that, right? But we're too busy doing the work to celebrate, so it is what it is. But kind of looking at these pictures here, I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and just carve out a little bit of time and just kind of share with the folks. So I want to share some of my pictures here. Show these to y'all. We'll kind of go from there. That is Layla's mom and Layla. This is the first day of school, and as you can see, she is so tiny. This was, well, I guess 6 years ago, right? Hard to believe. Hard to believe. 6 years ago was that first grade. Man, I don't even know what to say about that. It just unbelievable, right? Unbelievable. Oh man. Shout out to my OC folks there. Really good people hanging out. Part of the OC crew. This was back in 2017 also. Oh man, this was just last year. Shout out to the Nimitz and Lieutenant Yi. Actually, he was supposed to come on to the conduit, and man, I'd been so busy. Uh, we were playing PlayStation Online, and he came on and wanted to invite. We couldn't figure out how to do it. So shout out to the lieutenant. We will. He invited the conduit on to the Nimitz to do a tour, and so at some point we will take him up on that offer. Let's see, Funny Night Out at the Roxy. So this was a comedy show, which is awesome. Now I'm going to kind of go and spin through some of these because I really want to kind of focus on G2 and G2's history there. That is me and Deborah Jackson there in one of our first, big, well, I think maybe our very first conduit podcast with the studio audience, right? And so there were a lot of rent homeowners that and other renters that were there talking about the issues that existed during the time of rental assistance and COVID. Oh man, that is my Filipino mother. Uh, Rest in power to Miss Anita. Miss Anita was my oldest student at Olympic College. I believe at the time she might have been 82, and man, I just have such fond memories of her. If I were to go through um, my text and my Facebook Messenger, I'm up grading papers at 2, 3 in the morning, and Miss Anita would be texting me and reaching out to me and saying, "Why am I still up? And I need to take care of myself, and I need to drink tea, and I need to do all these things." And so, literally, Miss Anita would check in on me pretty often and just see how I was doing. And so I definitely miss her. There's Raymond there. All right. This is us down. Oh, well, this is construction. So this is us, I think, probably at Viewcrest Village, maybe working on the roofs there, possibly. This is the conduit in its early years. it's, it's what, 2021. So about 2 years, 4 months. You can see how things are set up. You see how the 4 monitors are right in front there. Now they're behind me. Things have changed quite a bit. You can see how it's facing the wall. This space doesn't even look like this anymore, which is so crazy. Now that we produce inside of this area and folks come in here and do shows, things look drastically different. So we've come definitely a long way there. Some more conduit. All right. When was this? 2021. All right. This was for the One Book event at the CK High School. And so you've seen the picture, the posters that I'm on the cover, and you see a lot of G2 people, and of course you see Monk and Bailey. Shout out to everyone there. That was a good event. Encouraging the brothers to look sharp and dress up, so they put on ties and jackets, which you know I love. You know I love that, right? This is inside G2. So this was back in 2020. Man, 3 years ago, right? June 5th. Yeah, almost exactly 3 years ago. Our drivers, we were trying to work on making sure that they were uniform. And so got them all suede jackets to put on. And so the crew, they're all folks that were driving for us. Very dedicated men there. This was, I believe, at Tara Simmons' uh, launch party. I believe this was back in 2020. So this was, man, 3 years ago again. So that was a good event. Okay. Men doing the work. Where is this? I don't even know where this is. This is 2020. This looks like maybe New Horizon church there. This is us getting ready to do some construction things. So we're in the back getting ready. I think I've got a picture with my hard hat on back there. Just another picture of the men. Another picture of the men there. Man, look at that. G2 looks a lot different. We no longer have the reclining chairs in there. Okay. We had to kind of remove those because folks were getting a little too comfortable. We got to stay steady working, right? That's me with my hair missing, which is coming back soon, y'all. Coming back soon. It's getting hot. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to run this. Uh, and I think it's time. I've grown my hair out for probably a little bit more than a year. So you got Raymond, Rob, and Marlon. Me and Raymond there. Oh, that's me. Oh, me and Miss Kendra. Shout out to Kendra. Graduation this Sunday from her culinary arts program at Olympic College. Her party is this Saturday. Long time coming. She has been grinding. You can see that March 13, 2020. One of the things about academic achievements is it's not only what it is that you learn, it is the fact that you have that stay to itiveness, right? That you're able to persevere and persist in the face of adversity and the things that go unforeseen and come up in your life, right? Unfortunately, Kendra lost her father and then her mother, all while she was attending OC. And like Maya Angelou, still she rises, and she is going to her graduation come this Sunday. So again, shout out to Kendra. She's been through a lot, and she has never ever quit. And so this was, I believe, one of her presentations where she had to cook a meal, and she may also been receiving a scholarship. So we went there to support that, and the food was delicious. Oh man, this is going and visiting one of G2's own, brother Melvin, or Reverend Melvin, if you will. Unfortunately, he had an amputation, so the men came up to support him. Now, of course, he scared the mess out of Layla. Layla is in the picture. She might have taken that picture, but he wanted to show her his toe, and she was like, she was not having it. So, shout out to Melvin and Beanie and Dale and Corbin and Raymond there. Yeah, I think that is Layla taking the picture. She took some good pictures there. Again, that's the one book. This is the one book outside. A lot of you know Desiree from Olympic College. Getting some more pictures. We like taking pictures. Oh yeah, there we go. So this was back in 2020. So think we had just started the reactivated our construction piece and was working on the roofs at Viewcrest Village or getting ready to work on the roofs at Viewcrest Village. Another picture there. Now I no longer have a desk at G2, so this was back by my desk. Man, Layla was so tiny. And you know, there's one of my favorite pictures that actually was either overexposed or underexposed. So the background ended up being all black. That was not done on purpose, but I thought it was a great picture. So it's like one of my favorite pictures. It's me and Miss Cynthia at Tara's event. And you see Diana in the background there. Oh man, two of my favorite students. Give a whole shout out to them, Josh and Ryan. Both gentlemen doing wonderful things. Love this picture. I think Raymond might have done this where he was able to have the tablecloth purple and everything else black and white. So there was a time, 2020. I was trying to be a little bit more intentional. When I grew up with my dad, it was really important for us to sit and have dinner, especially on Sundays. And so that is kind of a lost thing now. We don't typically, well, I won't say we don't. There are many folks that do not do this anymore. And I think it's an important piece to, they say, break bread together, is to sit down and eat, talk, check in, just have conversations, laugh. And so these were some things that we were doing for a little bit. This is, I believe, a Kitsap Strong event. That's all G2 right there. And then you see at that time, shout out to Shaylin, was a board member for G2. All right, looking beautiful there. Oh, and then if I go back, I think that was Sky's first time. Uh, well, probably not her first time speaking in public, but she had to speak in public, so she was a little apprehensive, but she did a really good job. Oh, let me go back to this picture here. So Marlon is from New York, and so Marlon one Christmas bought us all hats. So we all have matching hats. So if you ever wonder when I wear my black hat where it came from, Marlon bought that hat for me. That's my brother Tom, and well, you might as well call my brother Montez. Uh, Montez was in an adopted family with Father John Cornelius and my dad, Reverend Cameron, adopted. And so our fathers both adopted, and the two families were friends, right? And so we were in the same age group. And this was at, I want to say 13 Coins, which is my favorite place. The sad thing about this is, I think, the last time I saw my brother alive, unfortunately. That's me and Layla after the daddy daughter dance. Another picture at the Kitsap Strong event. There's Reverend Mac or Pastor Mac and Melvin and Brother Sam and Reverend Ellington, Reverend Michael's brother. This was when we first, when was this? 2019. This is when we first started working with the church and started doing meals downstairs. This is a picture of my dad here in the middle. I am on the left in the blue, and my brother Jaredon, who is the same age as me, is on the right. So definitely old school. This has to be probably 1970. Ooh, 79 maybe. We look like we're by 6 or 7, maybe 79, 80. and this is New York, right? I'm from New York. This is unfortunately the last time I saw my father alive. Something compelled me to fly to DC. So I got on a plane and flew to DC. And what you're seeing here are my nieces, my nephews, and of course my brother and let's see, is my sister in this picture? My brother, I think that's his wife there. And where's Renita? Renita's behind. I think is that Renita? Or is that India? No, that looks like India. India looks just like her mama. I think Renita's holding her other daughter. So I think she's down there. I got my glasses on and I can't tell. Man, but she looks just like her mama. All right. Kamitra. Shout out to Kamitra. As you know, we did a lot of concessions work. Oh man, one of my favorite people there. And he is definitely famous, right? He is I guess you would call him a rap artist. He has albums out. He actually has CDs that sold at Best Buy and other places. So shout out to Concrete is his stage name. I think this is at a movie theater. Oh yeah, definitely at a movie. Oh, one of the daddy daughter dances. So definitely fathers buy your daughters flowers. And Layla loves flowers. And I love her little socks on the bottom. Looks like the 50s or something. All right, some more G2 men. Back in the day, that is my brother Tony. Of course, that is Drayton Jackson, Fish, and his son. And that is Fish's son there. More pictures. This is man, we did concessions, but we had folks that were in Seattle and Tacoma. They worked with us from everywhere, right? So that is on the far right with the big old smile is Jay. He lives out in Tacoma. Hard work, but fun work. So just the time to take a picture and get some fun. This is us in there doing some of the work with Rob and Fish in the back, grinding it out. Oh, this is me in Arkansas. My mother passed away, which is my oldest friend's mother, Georgia May Marks, passed away. And as far as someone in a motherly role, she has played that role the longest in my life. Two more folks coming through G2. That's me and my brother down doing looks like women or men on the court there. Either women's basketball or men's basketball for UW. This is Christmas at G2. Oh man. I wonder where that jacket is. I think someone stole my coat. That is my little sister Jamie and my nephew. I think that is Jared Jr. That's my dad for, let's see, that's drab. So this is for my master's degree. I am an Old Dominion University alum. My brother again. That is my niece, Mari Kai. Shout out to Mari Kai. A lot of people here in Kitsap County know who she is. Give her the horn. This is us at BCAT getting ready to do an interview back in 2018. So we had G2 started February of 2018, and this gentleman wanted to interview G2 on the BCAT channel. I guess what 8 months later, which is pretty cool. That's my sister again. I think I'm down in Mississippi. Maybe. That's my nephew. Oh, Sookie Sookie now. Wait till you see the shirt. I know you're going to be jealous. This is me down at the Martin Luther King Jr. Center for Nonviolent Social Change. This was definitely a powerful experience. This is in Atlanta. My sister again, my niece. There's Miss Anita and Miss Karma. Shout out to the two of them. I definitely miss Anita. I miss Karma. These are all of my students from OC. So when G2 first started, you can see this is in May of 2018. So February 18, March, April, May. So within our first 3 months, we were making bento boxes. And so students can come over because I live right next to the college, could walk over and get a meal for $5. So, the students would just come over, faculty would come over, employees would come over, and they would buy food from us and support the cause, support the mission. Daddy daughter dance, Christmas. That's my sister Renita. All right. This is my one of my grandbabies here, and the mother of my oldest daughter, Nikoya. This is my daughter Nikoya and one of my grandbabies. It's another picture. This is again Nikoya's mother and one of the grandbabies. Hmm. This is me and my oldest daughter. She will be 30 this year. Kind of crazy. She's that old. This is Halloween. There was a, what do they call that when you do the trunk or treat? Trunk or treat. So Minnie Mouse and Mickey Mouse. This is, oh yeah, this is, I think, first grade here. It's my message from my dad there. Achieve greatly. I pray for an anointed school year for my granddaughter. Love you much, Grandpa. All right, looks like we saw all these already. All right, let me show you some more pictures there. Yeah, like I said, I got caught up the other day, was doing something and came across these, and man, I just got stuck, and next thing you know, I don't know how much time had passed, but a lot of time had passed. Let's see. I think there's another way to show these pictures. And if you notice, those pictures are some of the old pictures, right? So not when we first started, but at least 3 months after G2 started, up to about 2021. So there's a lot more to show. So for those of you that have been a part of G2 in one way or another, uh, don't worry, you'll be on here in probably part two. I'm just going through the old pictures, right? Just the old ones. Again, so many pictures. Where are all these pictures? Yeah, it is super dangerous to allow yourself to look at these images because once you do, you're done. You just get stuck looking at them, and it's cool, but yeah, it's like I ain't got time for that. Oh, where's the one? See, I know this isn't all the pictures because I'm missing the one with one of my besties down in Mississippi. And she says she didn't steal my shirt, but I think she stole my shirt. Matter of fact, I would almost guarantee it. To this day, she says she doesn't have it, but it was not in my luggage. So the only thing I could think is she got my shirt. Review changes to your page. Oh my goodness, Facebook. I ain't got time to be looking at differences on the page. Let's go to photos here. Let's see. Woo, there's a lot of photos on there. Let's scroll down here. Yeah, I think I might be in the wrong spot for photos. Pull this up like this. So, what are you guys going to be doing this weekend? I will be in Seattle tomorrow. The Conduit has been hired to broadcast events for city council folks in different districts in Seattle. And so we've already done one of those events. Tomorrow, we will be, where will we be tomorrow? Somewhere downtown Seattle. And then tomorrow is Zariah's graduation party. Shout out to Zariah. Hit the horn for her. Let's see. Tomorrow is District 3 at the Seattle Labor Temple. And that'll be at 2 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. And so we will be there for that event. In fact, I probably should create a link for that while I'm thinking about it. So that's done. And then next Tuesday, we will be at or not Tuesday, Monday, we'll be at the University of Washington at Savory Hall, room 260, at 6 p.m. on Monday. And that will be the District 4 Forum. And then on Wednesday, June 14th, we will be at Youngstown Cultural Arts Center at the DeWitte Theater down at 4408 Delridge Way, Southwest. And that'll be at 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Okay. And so what you're looking at is a wide range and of citywide and local organizers who will be hosting a series of mobility focused candidate forums in the 4 open races for Seattle City Council. Include 350 Seattle, Ampersand Bike Club, Amalgamated Transit Union, Local 587, Cascade Bicycle Club, City of Seattle School Traffic Safety Commission, Disability Mobility Initiative, Disability Rights of Washington, National Federation of the Blind, Seattle Chapter, Puget Sound Sage, Seattle Subway, Seattle Neighborhood Greenways, Seattle Transit Riders Union, Transportation Choices Coalition, Transportation for Washington Teamsters 117, the Washington Bikes, Washington Council of the Blind Advocacy Committee, West Seattle Bike Connections, the Duwamish Valley Safe Streets, Central Seattle Greenways, and Northeast Seattle Greenways, and the neighbors from District 5. From transit reliability to safe places to walk, ride, and roll, from smooth sidewalks to neighborhoods that can sustain and support us, mobility access and equity are part of all of our lives on a daily basis. And while our needs as caregivers and transportation workers, as young people and disabled people, as BIPOC leaders and climate champions may be different, we all need to be able to get around our community safely, reliably, and in ways that will lead us to a sustainable climate future. At this series of 4 forums, the first one you can check out on the Conduit, we will learn about how candidates for Seattle City Council will support our needs and build toward a more accessible city with mobility justice for all. Come and learn with us. So, really, really incredible experience being there. And of course, running for city council myself, I got to say, is a bit intimidating, right? We're a lot smaller than Seattle for sure. And so I think the first night there were 7 candidates, and man, they had their question, then they had a lightning round. You only had 30 seconds to respond, and then at the very end, I think you had 90 seconds to kind of, make your plea um, to folks that were in the room, and of course on Zoom. It was like, wow, definitely big city politics for sure. So it was pretty cool to see that. Um, where we were at was on around 130th Northeast, which is We were at Haller Lake United Methodist, which is out there by Broadview Thompson. I was talking a little bit about that. That's where I went to elementary school, and we would catch a school bus. It would take hours, right, to get to school and get home every day. And what's interesting is there is a lot of sex work on Aurora Avenue. Um, I was thinking about showing some videos of that and creating some dialogue and just talking about where we're at and why people are feeling like they need to make these typical choices in order to survive. Or is it even a survival thing, or is it just this is what I want to do because I can do it. And so trying to address those issues and just many other things. So Seattle has changed so much. But it was definitely an interesting conversation. Oh, I can show these images here. Let's see. I think I was clicking on the wrong ones. Whoops. Not that one. All right. So as you know, shout out to Sherelle. She'll be here shortly to do her show, The Solutionary, with your host, Sherelle Khadija. Again, a good one tonight. I think is it Reiki? That might be the term on that. Maybe I should look it up so I'm not misspeaking there. I think I am. This should be a very interesting show this evening. Let's see if it says what the show is about tonight. Where you at? Oh, that says April. That's old. Okay. This one might say the conversation this Friday at 7. No, that one doesn't say. I tell you what, you're going to want to check this one out tonight. I can't ask questions, but I can sit and listen. What's cool is after the fact, I get to ask questions so I can get into it. But it'll be a really good show. So check that out. 7 p.m. tonight. This is the studio. Like I said, things have changed quite a bit. That is me and Layla. Oh, just we're in June already. 2 months ago now at one of her gymnastics competitions. Doing her thing. Oh yeah, this is me getting my eat on with some Vietnamese coffee, which was so good. That's a old friend of mine. This is one of Layla's scores, 9.450 on her floor work. So I had to get a picture of that. Look at that high score right there. Layla was doing her thing. The new emergency room coming to Bremerton. Again, if you don't know about that, this was back in December 7th. I'm pleased to share with you that the Multicare Health System is building a new neighborhood emergency room in Bremerton. And it will operate under Tacoma General's license and is expected to break ground on construction in spring of 2023. It's going to be located at 5900 State Highway 303. So that is pretty cool. If you didn't know about that, check that out. Oh, that is me and Drayton at one of his events at the Foundation for Poverty and Homeless Management. I might have said that backwards. Oh, and some news on that organization that just came in. Let me pull that up really quick. This is from the desk of the executive director. I am thrilled to share an exciting update regarding the Foundation for Homeless and Poverty Management's Rejuvenation Community Day Center. This summer, they will begin the long-awaited renovation and construction of their facility, marking a significant milestone in their mission to support the homeless population and those facing poverty. Shout out to them for that. And finally, the permits are there and they can get the work done, which is great, right? So the big holdup was getting the permits from the county to be able to do the work. That is also one of the big issues with the shelter out in Port Orchard finishing and opening. Also, is the permits. The permits have been holding up all of these projects. They go on to say, many of you have had an opportunity to tour the location and witness the vision we have for making a positive impact on the lives of those in need. Your support and dedication to our cause have been invaluable, and we are grateful for the strong partnerships we have forged along the way. As the executive director, he has made the difficult decision to temporarily close the Rejuvenation Community Day Center for this summer until winter of 2023. The closure will allow them to focus on crucial aspects such as renovation, construction, organizational restructuring, and the onboarding of their exceptional and diverse new board members. During this period, starting Monday, June 12th, so this Monday coming up, their doors will remain closed to community services primarily for safety reasons, right? Kind of can't really have people coming in while construction is going on. While their facilities undergo transformation, they want to assure the community that the organization's current operating, the assure you that the organizations currently operating within the building will continue their vital work. Although there may be minor disruptions in building availability, they will provide ample advance notice to all organizations to ensure a smooth transition. They will continue to work with DSHS and with them being in the building once a month on the first Tuesday of the month going forward. So every first Tuesday of the month, you don't have to go all the way over to um, West Bremerton. DSHS will be right here on East Brem, just across the Warren Avenue Bridge. All right. Well, over the past 3 years, the Foundation for Homeless and Poverty Management uh, has achieved remarkable milestones impacting the lives of numerous individuals and families. This progress would not have been possible without the unwavering support of their exceptional community partners, supporters, and donors. Your dedication has been instrumental in driving positive change, and we extend our heartfelt gratitude to Kitsap Community Resources, Bremerton Housing, the Salvation Army of Bremerton, the Fire Department, Kitsap Rescue Mission, South Sound Drug Treatment, Kitsap County, Office of the Health and Human Services, Gather Together, Grow Together, God's Broken Home University, Washington State Department of Social and Health Services, our county commissioners of old, Ed Wolf, Rob Gelder, and Charlotte Garrido, and their new commissioner, Katie Walters. And now there's a new commissioner, Doug Washburn, Mayor Greg Wheeler, Department of Social and Health Services, Gina Lindell, Chris Doughty, Eddie Rodriguez, also our local legislator, Christina Rolfs, which is now the new commissioner. Tara Simmons, Drew Hansen, not only support, but commit to helping the Rejuvenation Community Day Center move forward. We will keep you informed of the progress and developments regarding the renovation and construction project. Your ongoing support means the world to us, and we eagerly anticipate the reopening of the Rejuvenation Community Day Center with enhanced services to better serve the community. Thank you for understanding this continued partnership and commitment to our shared vision. We are so excited to move our Rejuvenation Community Day Center closer to opening doors and helping the Kitsap community as a whole. Together, we can make a lasting difference in the lives of those facing difficult challenges. We hope you will join us when we reopen. Warmest regards, Foundation for Homeless and Poverty Management, Drayton Jackson, Executive Director. So, super important. Man, if you watched City Council the other day, a gentleman reported that George's House had closed its doors. I have not confirmed this, but I'm working on that, and I'll bring that information to you once I have it confirmed. He also said that the rescue mission was closing its doors in like 3 weeks from housing all the people in the Quality Inn, which would displace, I believe he said, 300 individuals and some families. That would be horrible. And so, again, these two things I need to confirm. If anyone has information on that and can confirm it while I'm live, please let me know. Oh man, this is at the Island Festival 2022, and just let me tell you, I got my food and I brought it home and I sat down and I tore it up. Tore it up. That is Layla. Layla is probably, oh, it's got the date on there. What is that? 2020? No, I posted it 2022. So this is probably a reshare. Layla's probably 5, 4. I don't know. Malik is in college. Malik is at Morgan State. Shout out to him. My nephew. There's the elder, Kuye. All right. United Way. Shout out. All right. Marvin Williams Center. Shout out to them. This was their fundraiser event. As me and Miss Deborah Jackson. Shout out to her. More good pictures here. Lucretia. Well, everywhere, right? Marvin Williams Center, Kitsap Regional Library, DE and I. More great folks. Oh, in the summertime, we have to make some refreshing G2 treats. Now, my dad uh, hasn't been with us for more than 4 years now. And this picture is probably, who knows, 10, 11, 12, 13 years, ago. And Layla I just happened to have on a blue shirt, acting just like her grandfather. So crazy that I was able to capture this picture. And I saw another picture there. Definitely Cameron verified. Our barbecue parties last year, going to different neighborhoods. We should be doing a few of those this year. Training, doing trainings down at KCR. It's another service the Conduit provides. That training is great, which is also on the Conduit. And what Matt did there was go over all of the different programs that KCR offers, which is numerous. So shout out to Matt, who has moved on. And that's just us having everything set up and capturing that information there. See him, great pictures. Oh, the black violinist. This is out at BEMA, Bainbridge Island Museum of Arts, during Black History Month, interviewing artists. I don't know. This is January 26th. So this was right after my birthday, but I think there were Christmas presents in here also. So it's my birthday, but Layla's celebrating. So make that make sense. She's excited like they're her presents, but she's excited because she wants dad to open up his Christmas or his birthday gifts. One of my gifts, and she picks out really good gifts for dad. I like coffee and scarves. Just got to show it all off, right? 1 Corinthians 13 and 13. And now these three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. Layla just hamming it up for the camera. Oh, and my birthday dinner. So for the last few years, Layla has been cooking dad dinner for his birthday. And it's Cornish game hen, some yellow rice, and green beans. And there's an orange sauce that goes with it. Oh man, it's so good. Yep, see, so good. I tell you what, it's like you really would think that it was her birthday. These are my working from home socks. call my, call client at 9 a.m. Oh yeah, I got some pillows, humidifier, got all kinds of really cool things for my birthday. Some bath and body works, lotion. So, we're getting turned up. Oh, man. And then one of the things that Layla and I like to do is, well, we like to eat, but dad has to cook the breakfast. So, you know, French toast, omelets. And you know what? She doesn't always help me. Mm-mm-mm. More birthday presents. I don't know why we have so many pictures. I can't cook a whole lot, but the things I do make uh, is Layla approved. A couple years ago, we worked with what is the name of that restaurant? It's Hop Jacks. Who is it? Come on, come on. All right, this is my oldest friend here, and for Thanksgiving, and his wife and son, and our host has just walked in the door for our 7 o'clock show. What is it? You said Reishi? Astrology. So you're not gonna want to miss tonight's show. This is me and Layla. This is at the old house. So this was back probably like 6 years ago, at least 6, 7 years ago. No, this is at grandma's. I don't know whose party that is. Oh man, this is G2 here. Probably getting ready to go to. Oh, we're going to the WNBA, and I think this was a double header. So we were doing the WNBA game, and then we were also going to, I believe, the Tacoma Dome to do a concert. Matter of fact, I think we might have split up the team. So we got to a point where we had about, I think, 30 or 40 folks working concessions and doing volunteer work for us at one time. This one is my assistant back when she was probably 4 or 5. She actually is a really great assistant in organizing papers and stapling them. Man, 3 years ago. Well, this is probably 4 years ago now, May 9th of 2018, I'm sure. So, 4 years, 4 years. Miss Cynthia's 60th birthday party. Me and Shay, as you could tell, this was back during COVID, so still had to wear a mask, or should, in the very beginning. Oh, yeah, the beginning of the conduit. That's Raymond there, one of our vehicles. This is us doing our meals outside. Shout out to the Urban Plan Shop who allowed us to do meals once COVID hit. We were doing our meals on Thursdays. We were doing them at the church on Sundays. And once COVID hit and we couldn't have people inside, we were able to work with the Urban Plan Shop, and we would do meals outside on Thursday nights to feed the community, especially the unhoused community downtown. That is my dad. This is part of his service photos there. This is part of our construction crew. So this is some of the work that we've done. That is Ernest. This is a deck that we built. Guys got some skills for sure. There's Rob and Raymond and Ernest and some other employees there doing the work. This is us. Oh, yep. This is downtown, right? One of the days. This is during COVID, so we all have our mask on, even outside, right? This is the beginning time of COVID, July 9, 2020. Wow. Can you even remember back that far? COVID had, COVID had just hit. Like, I mean, we literally got our mask on outside. There was so much uncertainty, but we never stopped. We never stopped. This was rental assistance for G2, helping out there. When COVID hit, we almost, well, one, we had to close our doors, but we had to keep from going under. And so all of a sudden, there's no concerts. So we're not doing WNBA. We're not doing Seahawks games. We're not doing Sounders games. We're not doing concerts. We're not doing wrestling or graduations or any of those things. So we started making hand sanitizer and masks. And so we were selling those in the very beginning. And it got to a point where I took a job with the Navy out at Bangor with the Fleeton Family Service Center. Two of G2s. We're all in this together. Oh, this is me talking about something. Oh man, that's delicious. It looks like I cooked that, but I couldn't have cooked that because I don't know what's in that little pan there. Like it might be banana bread or is that banana bread? That's pancakes, eggs, and a steak. I don't know what's in there. I must have cooked it. Maybe not was what was in the pan. Maybe that was given to me and I just put it with it. Any ideas what that could be? Is it banana bread? Why would I have banana bread with breakfast? I was doing way too much, huh? These are some of our bento boxes that we were selling. This is us at the Salvation Army. This was every what were we doing it? Every Sunday, I think we were cooking in the Salvation Army right before COVID hit, and COVID stopped that outside. These are our computers that were donated to us by one of my students. Shout out to Ryan for that. Uh, that is, oh, I'm so sorry. I can't remember names, but she was the head of our transportation. She went on to drive for Kitsap Transit, if I'm not mistaken. Right. So drove for us and then moved on, which is awesome. This is us cooking in the Salvation Army. And they're doing the thing. This is concessions. This looks like the Tacoma Dome here. And so we would have the entire stand. That's all us. You know, Raymond loves the camera. This is, like I said, I love when uh, my guys dress up, put their ties on, put their suit on. So they're representing for Mr. C there. And as I said before, you know, eating together is really important. So I would set up time and we would just sit and have a meal and talk. Didn't matter what was going on. And that's Naja and Diana and Dom and Ray. This is Christmas. That's Reverend Melvin there, one of our drivers, dressing up like Santa. He had to be the skinniest Santa ever, but the kids loved it anyway. And again, Marlon, who bought all the hats for us. You know, he's from New York, so we all got the matching hats. This is a wedding we did for one of our folks at G2. I actually gave her away. Raymond loves the camera. Our vehicles, some of our fleet, it's like half our fleet now. More G2, Cameron Management Services, our construction company, doing some landscaping and some other work. Folks coming in, getting their work done. Salvation Army again. This is some of the crew. Some of these folks are drivers here. It says he won. Marlon was a board member at that time. Corbin did a little bit of everything for us. Raymond Casey drove. I can't remember her name. Zach is a veteran who had joined us. Salvation Army. Corbin, Beanie, Dale. Before COVID, on Sundays, we would go out, get these huge salmons for $1, right? And my cook would get them, he'd gut them, get rid of all the eggs and all the nastiness inside. And then he would clean them and brine on Friday. Then Saturday he would smoke them. And then Sunday, that is what we served to those that were unhoused, right? And we use real silverware, real plates, have jazz playing, and folks can come in, sit down, and eat. And so they would have smoked salmon. They would have a baked salmon. He had a triple citrus salmon, which was really good. And then he had a deep fried salmon, which I had never had fried salmon before, and that was delicious also. And so my attitude remains: if I would not give it to my daughter, I'm not going to give it to folks that are experiencing food insecurity. That is our resident chef there. Again, that was us going to visit Reverend Melvin there after he had his toe amputated. That's me and Layla, daddy-daughter dance. The One Book Club. Me and Layla. Look at that smile. She's so funny. Matter of fact, the daddy-daughter dance was that night. It was a busy day for me that day. Construction right before we had our roof contract with Viewcrest Village. I think we ended up doing like 40 or 50 roofs. Me and Miss Shaylin at I don't even know where this is or why this is. Um, maybe this was for Bishop Robinson. Maybe I don't remember. Oh, yep, it was. Oh, my cigars. Me and Layla. More Layla. More Layla. More Layla. Me and my dad, happy birthday. Hey, it's my birthday, but she got to be on the cake, right? That's Layla. That's how she does it. Happy birthday, Mikey. So this is Sky. So Sky had a baby. She was our office manager for a while, and I told her that she was gonna have the baby on my birthday, and sure enough, it happened. And that's the baby. And again, this was for a Tara Simmons event. This is us at Olympia. So we're doing some kind of advocacy work out there. Oh yes, I do play chess. Me and some of the men there. Uh, far left is my brother Tony, who just turned 56 3 days ago. That's my aunt Colleen, who called me earlier. So I think my auntie is watching this right now. So I will call you back on Sunday. Because I know I didn't answer the phone, but I was just getting ready to go live. Sorry about that, auntie. This is Concessions with the crew. More crew, more crew. Our vehicles downtown. Oh, someone made gumbo for me. Oh yeah, man. This living room doesn't even look like that now. I don't even think I have that table anymore. One of my favorite tables. This is my niece, and what would that be? My great niece. Is that what the how it goes? If she has a child, great niece. All right. Every year, I hand mop the office. Some people do black eyed peas. Me, I like to just get on my hands and knees and just put a good cleaning in on the office. No, no, no. Yeah, over food. Yeah, yeah. And it's my time to recharge and be thoughtful. You know what I'm saying? Reflect. Oh man, this is at Claim Jumpers. If you have never been to Claim Jumpers, let me tell you, this cake is like 8 levels high. I think it's like $30 for the cake. I think it's like $8 a slice, but that's really good. Uh, more celebration at G2. Layla playing the piano. If you heard Layla play, she's good. Of course, that's my brother there. Said before. Christmas at G2. Doing pictures. Where's Santa? Yeah, Santa took his beard off and his hat. When was this? 2020, 2019. Wow. It's been a minute. That's my brother and Kendra. This is me going into a MRI machine. I don't know what was going on with me, but it wasn't great, I'm sure. That was 2019. Who knows? I don't know what was happening. Thanksgiving, me doing some touch ups in the office. Man, that bag smells really bad. That's full of fish guts. Ooh, banana pudding. Someone made that. You know, I like that. It's me and Marlon. Layla. Oh, Layla's 8th birthday was really special. So it happened to be on a Sunday that we had a chance to celebrate it. Well, like I said, on Sundays is when we were serving the salmon dinners in the basement of the church. Unfortunately, the sink backed up and we had to take all of the big dishes to the house and wash them. And this is on her birthday. And she was like, "Oh, no, Daddy, I don't mind." And I was just so moved by that, right? You can see the date there, October 5th. I was so moved by that. We went to Applebee's after. But she just jumped right in. She wanted to help. And She wasn't like sad or pouting about it. She was like, "Oh no, no, let's do it." Uh, Two of our drivers for G2, that is Phoenix, and now her now husband. That is the person I gave away at the wedding. Of course, Layla is a celebrity wherever she goes when it's G2 related. That's my brother. I've told that story, unfortunately. And that was, like I said, saw him 6 months before he passed. That is me and my brother back when I was probably 8. No, I was probably 9 or 10. Yeah. I can't see what it was. This was Jaredon's birthday. That's me and Tom. This is Claim Jumpers. You see how big that is? That is well, that's my ex. Uh some food, some good stuff, some smoked salmon. So we had some good times. I won't stay on here too much longer. We've already been an hour and 6 minutes. I only want to jump on for an hour, and I need to get ready for the show. So we'll stop there. Like I said, if you haven't seen yourself yet, there's still hundreds of pictures more. We've done a bad job celebrating our 5th birthday. So I'm trying to take some time out and just kind of be reflective and just say, hey, we appreciate everyone who has been a part of G2, who has helped us become what we are today, who has helped us in our mission to facilitate self sufficiency for all the residents of Kitsap County in all the ways that we have done that. And we can't do it and couldn't do it without you. So I'm extremely appreciative of that. We continue to do the work. So, as I always say, take care of yourself and take care of each other. Do tune in at 7 p.m. for The Solutionary. I am R1 Cameron. You already know this is The Conduit.